Hello there, my name is Rachel. The first time seeing my channel, I used to review cartoon series, anime series, or Subverting, computer random. Today we're going to talk about a special segment I like to call Forgotten Cartoons. This segment I only focus on cartoons that only lasted maybe 1 to 2 seasons, maybe 3, and they got canceled or forgotten, or who knows, maybe this type of cartoon was successful but never brought here to the United States for obvious reasons. Those are the cartoons I would like to actually talk about. The cartoons that are sort of strange, unique, or just flat failures. And today we'll talk about the League of Supervillains. Now this cartoon is one of those rare instances that the idea is just so much fun. It's one of those ideas that what happened we follow a villain team who are basically failures. Yeah, it's something similar to Black Hat, but in fact I actually mentioned them once on my last video. But this is a reason why maybe League of Supervillains never really broke ground. It never actually made mainstream for two obvious reasons. One, it's sort of the comparison of Ed and Eddie, because when Ed and Eddie ran, it would end in 2009, and League of Superhero continued the brand new series on 2009. So it's kind of hard to not compare the two series because the characters act very similar, but at the same time very different. This will mean this could easily be a deal breaker, or who knows, maybe because of that you actually do enjoy it. There's the second reason why is because you have this sort of Canadian vibes. What I mean is every time you see a cartoon from Canada, have this sort of strange, I want to say awkwardness in a way. It's hard to describe. You have to really see a Canadian cartoon what it actually means. It's sort of a vibe that only Canadians give out. Of course, it's not bad, but it feels sort of strange. I think one of the biggest samples is that maybe Total Drama Island or 16 or Detention Air. All three of them actually are Canadian cartoons, but you watch them, they do have this kind of weird vibe kind of feeling. Now, I think the third reason why this show wasn't successful is maybe because it sort of reverse expectations, because every time they do something hype or about to be a big battle, they always try reverses, always try to subvert your expectation, but a comedic way that it actually works super well, but at the same time can actually turn you off if you don't like what they did. That's the problem to subvert your expectations, because you honestly don't know you actually can do it, or you just made it worse. And that's one of a few reasons why the League of Supervillains could be successful or could be a failure on point of view. But I have to recommend it. I have to say yes. It's one of those series that you know it had to have fun, especially if you follow this main villains. That'd be Vortar, Red Menace, Frog, and Doomageddon. Each one of them are very unique, but at the same time, each one contributing a team in the most ridiculous ways. I think one of the big examples is Vortar, that he is basically the leader of the pack, the one who commands with the iron fist. But honestly, he's just a sort of an edgelord who thinks being evil and doing prank calls, ring the doorbell and running away, and cheating the pizza delivery guy while paying. But it's once more, is Vortar. The guy is sort of tunnel vision constantly because he wants something like opening an account in the bank because you get a free toaster. Of course, you need $5. What he does? Well, he get a job to get the $5 to actually open an account. But the ironic part is you could buy your own toaster the job you work for one day. So yeah, this is what I mean. He's sort of tunnel vision that he wants something and it's simple to accomplish, he make it more complicated. You think he's sort of an idiot, but no, he sort of lacks common sense. But I love it that Vortar is a little bit more complicated than that, because Vortar wanted to become a hero, he tried to become a hero, he has the stuff to make it become a hero, but because of politics and favoritism, he sort of got a bad taste in him on becoming a hero, he decided to become an evil villain instead. But I love it, it's so very comical. It's something you can't really take serious because Vortar and his group are more annoying, bothersome kind of group that's being threatened. But the ironic part is Voltar always make life interesting. He also probably the closest one to destroy the world by accidentally. He accidentally prank call a real supervillain that is very well known to explode the world and continue annoying this villain until he decides to destroy the world, and now Voltar had to fix it. Once more, that is sort of interesting as a main lead. You also have Dr. Flog, that he is sort of the genius, the creator, the inventor, who is completely obsessed making evil devices, but all his devices kind of work, kind of not. It's sort of flip of the dime. But I love that he's a genius, but none of his inventions actually work. I think one of the greatest inventions he ever created is his claws, but at the same time, his hand claws are probably the most annoying thing from him, because he can't really open doors, get keys, or do something very specific while breaking and being clumsy. Once more, it's sort of kind of ironic. Now you also have Red Menace, who is the tough guy, the tank, the one who back up the team with their corner, and you need the muscle. But the guy is just a softy, kind, sweet, that he's not the most smartest tool of the shed. He just a lover with dark, in other words. Now you also have Doomageddon, that honestly, I don't think you need Doomageddon, because he's a character, he's there, but he sort of makes the things worse. Doomageddon is basically a demon dog who kind of not help the team. He just made things worse in sort of a funny, ironic way that ironically they don't use him that much. They use him when it feels they need one more drama, one more prank, one more joke, anything like that. They use Doomageddon for, because that's Doomageddon. All of them combined make this sort of fun, over the top, crazy, enjoyable show that at the same time I really do enjoy it, but at the same time could be kind of forgettable in a way, because this series is one of those shows people don't really talk about or make fan art that much. It's something that you put it on the television and you enjoy, but you also could do your chores, do some cooking, and watch all the jokes break down. It's something that you don't need that much attention to it, but at the very end, it's not a bad show. It's a really funny, comedic show. Sometimes sort of surprising how deep the characters could be if the show wanted to, or they actually can, because if you know how cartoons actually roll, that you have to make it sort of kind of episodic sometimes. You can't really develop the characters. Luckily for you, or for us, for everyone, they try to, little moments here there. I think one of the big examples is Voltar. His biggest fear is not being a threat, and that's only happened to the very end of the series. Yeah, it's something that is sort of interesting, explains why he sort of tried really hard to be evil, but it's sort of comedic, because at the very end, the whole group are just very incompetent losers, that they're just annoying, but very fun, ironic way, like just overcomplicating things that don't need to be complicated. But once more, I think this is the reason why he never made mainstream. They do develop the world very interesting. Like, there are sort of a ranking status, who is the heroes and villains top 10. But once more, you just focus on the group, how their emotions, the reactions, all they want of the day, in other words, because the only thing they care is just create chaos, but they really are just a bunch of edgy teenagers who don't know what really evil really is. Yeah, I think that's sort of the adorableness and the funness of the whole show, to see what Voltar sort of assess with, to be annoying to the next door neighbors, or buying some evil bread in the superhero market. That make this sort of relatable in a way, because you could set them any sort of scenario and just see the whole chaos breaks down. Now, before I end this video, I have to say one more thing. Is basically the art style. The art style is sort of mixed with trying to make it CGI, but make it sort of 2D animation with sort of shading in the middle that make it sort of kind of like a game in a way. Something for a PS3, but it's because the art style just sort of uniquely, you can't really pinpoint which time this actually was made, because the art style is sort of timeless in a way, because it doesn't make it sort of kind of special. I think this doesn't is the reason why people remember this so well is because of the art style, besides the character being so likable. But all of that, that's all I can actually say about this series that I really did enjoy. It's something that's a great time. Of course, I understand if you cannot get into it. Now, let me ask one question. Do you actually remember the League of Super Villains? You actually heard of it? Tell me down below, let me know. I got really nothing else to say, just thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.